Hail is precipitation in the form of ice particles that form in cumulonimbus clouds during a thunderstorm. Hail is formed from frozen water droplets rising by updrafts into the upper, colder layers of the cloud. There, at temperatures below zero, the droplets freeze and stick together, forming hailstones, which become heavier as they grow and fall to the ground. China has recently experienced a number of cases of powerful hail, causing significant damage and even loss of life. In particular, hail fell in Shaanxi province, forming a multi-layered snow cover on the ground. In Beijing, the hail was the size of a chicken egg, which caused damage to cars and widespread losses. In Guangzhou, the hail was the size of a coconut, accompanied by a tornado, and also caused serious damage. In Guizhou province, large hail has become a record in recent decades. Please like this video and subscribe to this new channel, and you will see many more interesting and useful things. The impact of climate change on the size of hailstones is possible. Thus, a decrease in the humidity of the region's climate against the background of warming can lead to an average decrease in humidity levels, while an increase in humidity levels can lead to an increase in humidity levels. More correct conclusions can be drawn only for the locations of long-term observation points, because hail falls locally. He may be somewhere in the city, but not in the next block. Such locality is difficult to track. Large hail falls most often in hot and humid climates. For example, in 1984, hailstones weighing up to a kilogram and measuring 15 centimeters in diameter fell in Bangladesh. Since 2020, a new standard for the size of hail has been in effect. More than 2 centimeters in diameter is large. More than 5 centimeters is very large. According to observations from US weather stations, hail has become larger on average with warming. Hail refers to dangerous convective phenomena associated with the formation of powerful cumulonimbus clouds. They form in a very unstable atmosphere when the temperature difference between the superheated Earth and higher layers is large, which forms powerful updrafts of moist air. With altitude, the temperature decreases, moisture condenses, and cloud particles form in the form of droplets and supercooled droplets, which form ice nuclei of hailstones. With the development of the cloud to create a hailstone with a diameter of more than a centimeter, it is necessary that the velocity of the updrafts be more than 20 meters per second, and hailstones over 5 centimeters are formed only in supercellular cumulonimbus clouds, in which updrafts can reach speeds of about 250 meters per second. Interesting fact, the more powerful the lightning, the larger the hail is formed. And there is a theory of the formation of large hail due to lightning discharges. Hail usually falls during severe thunderstorms and before or during a downpour. But even scientists can predict hail only 1 to 2 hours before the event, and they can only say approximately about its size and intensity. But there are still signs of the possibility of hail. In hot weather, a line of rapidly growing clouds is observed, turning into huge cloud masses rising high above the ground with bright white tops and a dark base. The higher they are stretched upward, the faster their development, the greater the likelihood of a severe thunderstorm, which is often accompanied by hail. A hailstorm can cause serious damage to a person and his property. With large hail, the roof is severely damaged, as well as cars. Windows are knocked out, animals and crops are killed. Hail causes great damage to agriculture, hits crops and vineyards. Hail control is based on the introduction of a special reagent into a hail cloud, usually lead iodide or silver iodide, which helps freeze supercooled droplets. The reagent is injected using rockets or projectiles into the supercooled part of the cloud. As a result, a huge number of artificial crystallization centers appear, where the growth of ice crystals begins, and the supercooled water in the clouds, which serves as the main raw material for the growth of hailstones, is redistributed to a much larger number of them. Therefore, hailstones are obtained in smaller sizes and have time to completely or largely melt in warm layers of air even before falling to the ground.